Hello, lovelies. How are you doing? Hope you're all enjoying your day and you're all doing well. Today, I want to do a follow-up video of my first impressions on Christian Louboutin's Fetiche La Rose fragrance that I blind bought previously. And, I just want to talk about this, as a follow-up, what I think about this fragrance and if it's worth the money and how it compares to Creed's Carmina. So if you're interested in my thoughts on these two fragrances, then keep on watching. So when I first blind purchased the Christian Louboutin's Fetiche La Rose fragrance, I was so sure that it's going to smell very similar to Creed's Carmina, only because they share three main notes in both of them, which is the black cherry, the rose, and pink pepper. So knowing that they have all these notes in common, I figured they were going to be so similar. And boy, was I wrong. So now, the first thing I want to talk about is the bottle and the presentation of the fragrance. So with Carmina, I only have, it comes in two sizes, which is good, so you get to, you have an option of going with a bigger one, which is, about 400 or this tiny one that is about $300 plus tax. So when I was getting this perfume, they didn't have the actual, so I think it's the 70 or 80 ml, the bigger size. So I opted for the small one. But, oh God. Ooh. Okay, so yes, so I got the small one. So with Creed, you have two sizes as an option. But with Fetiche La Rose, this is all you get. There's no different sizes, different options. It's one size fits all. So with the bottle and the presentation, obviously, Carmina, it's still a very pretty bottle, but I can safely say that, well, not safe, because this is absolutely not safe at all, but this comes out on top when it comes to the presentation of the bottle. Now, this is so unique. It's different. It's lethal, it's dangerous, it's femme fatale, okay? All of those things. So when it comes to the packaging and the bottle presentation, this one definitely takes the cake. Although this, with this gold bottle cap, and it's, it's a decent, hefty, it's not plastic. So, this is an expensive looking bottle, but this is a very dramatic looking bottle. So there you go. When it comes to the presentation, this wins. Now the next topic I want to talk about with these two fragrances are obviously the smell and the notes that are in each of these fragrances. Now let's start with La Rose. This one, it smells very complex and very intricate, and the smell in the opening is so different from the dry down. It's almost like two different fragrances, two different scents. So the scent profile is very complex, right? But it only has 4 notes in there. So even though it smells very different and very complex. It's only got 4 notes that they put out that we know. So with the 4 notes are dark cherry, black cherry, rose, ginger, and pink pepper. So those are the 4 notes that are in here. But I think Kuntan Beige has definitely put in some sort of secret ingredient in here, because there has to be something more than just those 4 notes. It smells so complex and so convoluted. It does not smell like just, that it's only made up of 4 notes. It smells more than that. Like it has way more ingredients than that. So La Rose, simple yet complex. Now with Creed, even though this is small, but it's very mighty, and I'll put a screenshot of all the notes that are in the fragrance. It definitely has more notes in Carmina than in La Rose, but surprisingly, Carmina is not as complex as La Rose to me. With Carmina, it's very consistent. The scent profile, the opening, and the dry down, the dry down doesn't stray too far from the opening. The scent, it's just that it carries through from beginning to end. Like, it's Carmina, when you first spray it, and also 8 hours later, you still know that it's still Carmina, so the scent profile is pretty consistent, and from the opening to the dry down, from beginning to end, there's not too much of a difference. So Carmina definitely more consistent, and it's Carmina. Now, as far as the projection, performance, and longevity between these two, Carmina comes out winning a little bit, by a smidge, only because Carmina is beast mode. The projection is, I would say, 9 out of 10. This thing speaks so loud when you spray it on, when you have it on, and it doesn't take much. You can do 2 or 3 sprays and it will last you for days. This is definitely has strong projection, big performance, and longevity. So it lasts, it speaks volumes, and it's so out there. People, like I said in the previous video, people will smell you before you walk into a room. This is how powerful this little tiny thing is. Although, if you get the big bottle, yes, it's super mighty, and it speaks for you. Amazing, amazing. But with La Rose, she's not too far behind. Projection is not as loud as Carmina, but it has a presence. People will not smell you before you walk into a room, but once you walk into a room, once you're there, people will turn their head and ask, what is she wearing? Like, what does she have on? This provides a mysterious, sensual vibe to whoever's wearing it. Because this is something that I have never smelled before. This is so different. Even though they both share the same baseline of that black cherry and rose. This gives it a little twist because of the ginger. That somehow the ginger makes it so different. So different. It's not spicy. You think that ginger, it's going to give a little spiciness to it. I mean, it is spicier than Carmina, but spiciness in a very well-rounded, smooth way. It's not, hits you right in the face kind of spicy. It's a very sensual spiciness, and it's not Middle Eastern spicy either. So it is so hard to explain, and that's why it's so addicting with La Rose. Something about it just like keeps drawing me in. The addictiveness, it's amazing. And I would have to say, Carmina is just as addicting. It just keeps you wanting more. No matter how many times I've smelled it, no matter how many times I've put it on, I keep coming back. It just makes me want to keep coming back to these two. So projection, performance, longevity, Carmina comes out on top, but La Rose is not that far behind. This, for me, it's like I'll get a whiff of this here and there throughout the day. And I just can't stop sniffing myself, when I have this on, because it's just like it wants you to smell it, but not. It's like it's teasing you with the smell, with the scent. And that's what's so alluring about it. And it captivates you. And it just keeps you wanting more. And it's just like, it hits you like out of nowhere. And all of a sudden you're doing, mind your own business, going about your day. And all of a sudden you'll be like, there it is. And it just continues throughout the day. Like every now and then you're just like, ooh, okay, there it is again. I don't know how, but it's got that hold on me, and I've had my friends smell it and they all say the same thing. Just something about this fragrance. It is so mysterious and so sexy and so sensual. And that's why they call this fragrance 2025's most sexiest fragrance. They're not wrong. Absolutely sexy. So now for the vibes that these two fragrances give, they're both powerhouses. They're both fit for queens, not princesses. These two are not for younger demographics. I would say it's more for more grown-up girlies, I would say. And these are two very powerful fragrances for the mature ladies. Now, for Carmina, I would say Carmina is the boss babes, right? It is so powerful, so confident, and Carmina takes charge. It takes center stage. So for the girlies that want to take charge, wants to be in the driver's seat, Carmina is the fragrance for you. It does not ask for help. She does everything by herself. That's Carmina. With La Rose, she's still a queen, but she is the pampered queen. She will still need a king by her side to love her and to protect her. If that's you, if you're the pampered queen, you would love La Rose. So yes, Both are very, very, you know, both are very strong, confident women. But Carmina is definitely the take charge one, whereas La Rose is the pampered one. So yeah, depending on what your vibe is, you'll know which one to get. Now, as for the occasion and the versatility of these two fragrances, I would say La Rose is more versatile and more flexible when it comes to the the occasion, the versatility of this fragrance. You can wear La Rose during the day, definitely at night. This is, I would say more of a nighttime fragrance, but you can definitely pull this off as a daytime fragrance as well, because of the brightness that the ginger and the pink pepper gives. It's very fresh. So when you first spray it on, it's almost like a breath of fresh air. It just, it's bright and it's airy and it's not too overwhelming. So that's why I say this, you can pull this off for a daytime fragrance. But definitely when it comes to nighttime, you get stopped to be asked what you're wearing with this one, because it smells so intriguing and people would just want to know. So with this one, definitely more versatile. And season wise, I would say spring, summer into fall. I mean, with fragrance, you can wear it whenever you want. It doesn't matter, but I just feel like this is very suitable for spring, summer, and fall. Winter, it might get lost in the sauce because of the cold weather, but yeah, still, it can still wear it, throughout the season, no question. As for Carmina's flexibility and versatility, I think that Carmina is more suited for colder months, or fall, winter, because of it's so strong that it really might be too much for summer. But definitely, yeah, and when the weather is cooler, and definitely nighttime, this is perfect for that date night, for a girl's night out. This fragrance will last you all night. So yeah, definitely this is more, geared towards like nighttime and the colder months. So for my final thoughts, which one reigns supreme? Which one is the better one? And the verdict? Both. Actually, I love both of them so much, and for different reasons. With La Rose, it is just like, it is so versatile. I can wear it whenever, however, for whatever occasion. La Rose will just, it will have people wondering what I have on and what is that smell, and they would just, it will keep people guessing. Whereas Carmina, it is so powerful and it's so confident. It brings out the confidence in you. When you wear it, you feel like you can do anything. So Carmina gives me that confidence, whereas La Rose gives me that sexy, sensual vibe. Even though Carmina is sexy as well, but not in the same way as La Rose. So my final thoughts are, they both are full bottle worthy, and I'm so happy to have both of them in my collection. So yeah, I would say get them both and you will not be disappointed. So yeah, and that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that I have provided some insights on, if you are thinking about getting one or the other or both, definitely I highly recommend both of them. So if you, and especially if you are a rose girly like me, you cannot go wrong with either of them. So yeah, that's it. And I hope you all stay healthy and stay beautiful and stay smelling amazing. All right, guys, I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.